We just received shocking breaking news that Nebraska starting running back Mekhi Nelson has been arrested today in the state of Florida on a battery charge, and his future with the team is in serious doubt. So in today's video, I'm going to reveal my instant reaction, everything that happened. Will Mekhi Nelson be a part of this football team? If not, where do we go from here with a running back room that is already very questionable? Will Mekhi Nelson be reinstated? Everything you need to know. I'm not going to hold back, and so much more. So really quick, this is big time shocking breaking news. Not the news we want to hear, but hit that like button. And also for breaking news just like this, talking Nebraska every single day. This is the only channel that covers Nebraska breaking news every single day. We're posting. We have family over 18,000 Husker fans. Be a part of it. Helps 19,000. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much. But without further ado, we have a lot to talk about. We just received shocking breaking news this Monday afternoon that Nebraska star running back Mekhi Nelson has been arrested in the state of Florida on a battery charge. It just happened a couple hours ago that he was taken to a nearby jail around noon Eastern time, and he was given the charge of battery. That's all the information we have so far. Of course, we know that Mekhi Nelson has been training in Florida over these past couple weeks. He's been training all over America. He's supposed to be Nebraska starting running back with a running back room that's not really looking too good, and now his future with the team is very much in doubt. So again, take everything I say with a grain of salt, knowing that, again, he is innocent until proven guilty, that we'll see how this plays out. It really comes down to what they charge him with, whether it's a felony or a misdemeanor. If he's only charged with a misdemeanor, there's a possibility he's back with this football team. If he's charged with a felony, that's it. I mean, the Matt Rule has a very, very high standard for all of his players. I would not be shocked if he's kicked off the team just for a misdemeanor. But more likely than not, if he was a misdemeanor, he'll still be a Nebraska cornerback. But with a felony, with the majority of college football programs, you have a felony, it's over, right? They're not going to bring you back because that is a serious legal issue. But again, we have no other information. I'll just say this around Mekhi Nelson before we talk about whether or not he's going to be part of this football team, and also with the running back room that's already concerning. We've discussed this over the past couple of weeks. I told you guys last year, Mekhi Nelson had some off-the-field issues since he showed up in Nebraska. Okay, last year he was suspended for 2 different ball games. Nobody else reported on that besides this channel. I told you guys he was suspended. I believe it was the Houston Christian game, because he got an altercation with the former teammate. And again, and from what I heard with that situation, it wasn't really Mekhi Nelson's fault, right? I mean, there was the former teammate. It was it was a house party situation, right? They got into it. But Mekhi Nelson got suspended for a game because Matt Rule said, we have zero tolerance for this. I don't care if you started or not started. You were the one who got a part of it, right? And Mekhi Nelson was suspended. He got suspended at the back half of the season for another Big Ten game because of another altercation, right? So Mekhi is somebody who's had off-the-field issues. This is not like crazy unforeseen. I mean, it's definitely shocking. I didn't think he was going to get arrested by any means, but this has been a talking point when it comes to Mekhi. I always told you it's always the off-the-field issues with him, right? We got to figure this out. I thought he was figuring it out. That's what we've heard so far in spring ball, is that, he's coming with a different mentality. He's trying to become a leader. He's not somebody where I don't want to make it seem like Mekhi Nelson's this loudmouth type of guy, super rash type of guy. He's a little bit bipolar in a way. Like, Mekhi Nelson's super nice. Everybody you'll talk to super nice, but you don't want to get in his bad side because he can get angry, and that's what we've heard around Mekhi. So again, I don't want to speculate too much further on this battery charge. It's a very, very unfortunate situation. Again, we'll see what happens again with the misdemeanor, if it's a misdemeanor or if it's a felony. But I'll just go back to what we know with him being suspended last season, what we've known when it comes to off-the-field issues, and what we know with Matt Rule. Matt Rule talks a big game about, this culture, right? Matt Rule talks a big game about how if you get in trouble off the field, it's done, right? Because we do not want to have outside distractions, especially for this season, right? Like, this is not year 1 of Matt Rule over here. This is year 4 where everything's at stake. The last thing we want is a distraction as a starting running back. It's not like Mekhi Nelson's a true freshman, 18-year-old at this point, right? He's about 20, 21 years old. Okay, and again, this is not the first time this has come about. I mean, it's the first time he's got arrested, but it's not the first time he's had any issues off the field. So the ball is now in Matt Rule's court. And again, I'm sure he's going to do. We don't want to be rash with this right now. We don't want to be rash and kick him off the team immediately, because again, we want to make sure this goes throughout the entire legal process, right? And again, hopefully, I'm praying that Mekhi Nelson is found innocent. I'm hoping that it's not as serious as what we initially believe. But if I were to guess right now, I think more likely than not, Mekhi Nelson probably won't be a part of this football team in the fall, especially if it is serious. Just because again, Matt Rule loves talking about this culture. Okay, I mean, let's see it, and you can't change up your culture just because this is somebody who we can't. I mean, we love Mekhi to be part of this football team, especially with the running back room, but you can't change up your culture just for one guy, right? So again, I don't ever take everything I say with a grain of salt in regards to this, because again, it's innocent to proven guilty. It's just super sad news, especially when it comes to Mekhi's future because he has a huge opportunity. And even if he comes back to Nebraska, he squandered this opportunity. We're going to have to think twice about starting him now because of what you have to deal with off the field, even if he comes back. It just hurts him tremendously. Hurts him tremendously, and it hurts us tremendously because this is a running back room that, as we've talked about all offseason long, is objectively not very good. It's just not. It is the worst running back room in powerful football, and now it gets worse. Okay. Here's the thing around Mekhi. Let's say Mekhi's off the football team. Could very well happen. Probably more likely than not. You only have 5 running backs as it stands. Now you only got 4. You have 4 running backs on the roster. You got Isaiah Mozee, Jamal Rule, Connor Booth, who's not really playable yet, and then you have Quinn Ives, who is not really playable. You have 4 running backs. So it's not only you lack a lot of quality, you lack a lot of quantity, where you get to the point where if Isaiah Mozee gets injured, you're starting a true freshman Jamal Rule and Quinn Ives and Connor Booth. And that's, I think Nebraska fans, maybe some people want to see Jamal Rule, but that's really, really tough. That's a very tough position to be in with, again, a make it or break it year 4. So, again, where do we go from here? Again, of the assumption that there is a possibility that Mekhi Nelson will not be a part of this football program, again, I'd say, more likely than not. You never, again, don't want to go to a million assumptions right now, but that's where my mind goes to right now because, again, with Matt Rule's culture, with this potentially being a felony, he's not going to be a part of this team anymore if that were to be the case. And even if he is a part of the team, it's going to be a massive distraction. So where does Nebraska go from here? Are we going to stick with this running back room as is? I mean, I don't know if they have any other choice. Isaiah Mozee, you like Isaiah Mozee, but you want another guy there. You want to have somebody who's competent. Now, Jamal Rule, big gamble. I know he had a good spring game, but it's a gamble, right? Going in with a true freshman and Isaiah Mozee just calling it good because you have nobody else besides them. Again, Quinn Ives, we understand Quinn Ives is not a Big Ten caliber running back. 99% of Nebraska fans know that. That's not a hot take. We understand Connor Booth might not be a Big Ten quality running back just yet, or ever, right? Those guys are just not ready. Quinn Ives had years, and he's always injured. So you have a running back room that if you have 1 or 2 injuries in that room, you're down to 2 players. We might have to move people to running back. You might have to move Jacory to running back. You might have to move God knows who to running back because you have 4 on the entire roster. It's almost unforeseen. Again, only if this were to happen. Only if Mekhi were to not be a part of the team. Again, and there's still talent available at portal. We talked about it earlier today. Make sure to watch my update from earlier today if you haven't already. There's Ty Edwards still available in the portal, right? Still available in the portal. Again, coming out of West Virginia, right? He's coming off a huge injury, but he had 140 yards against Pitt last year and then got injured and was out for the rest of the season. But Ty Edwards, you can still land him, right? There's still a million D2, D3 running backs in the portal who you could probably land. So it's not like running backs are hard to find. If anything, they're one of the easiest position to find. They are the easiest position to find. It's not hard to add somebody to this roster. But that's all if Mekhi Nelson. And I'll just tell you this right now, even if Mekhi comes back, and again, I think it's a possibility Mekhi comes back. I think it's a very, very real possibility Mekhi's a part of this team. And maybe this isn't that serious. Even if Mekhi's there, again, you still probably should add another running back because he's just a huge question mark. And I don't want to make assumptions about his character more than what I already know. But okay, let's say this is a very, very minor thing with the battery. Who says this doesn't happen again? He's already this has already happened a couple times. Again, not as serious as this, but he's already gotten fights before. This is not something he has shown his colors, and it's just something that does Matt Rule really want to put up with this? Do we really want to put up with this at this point in time? Again, I understand we need Mekhi Nelson because the running back room is not great. It's not great, but again, it's very, very interesting. I'm scrolling to see if I'm getting any updates while recording this. We get any more details. Yeah, it's not great, man. It's not great. We're hoping it's as minuscule as possible. Hoping it's as minuscule as possible. But either way, it's just a very, very, very bad look for everybody involved. Very bad luck. So anyways, that's Mekhi Nelson. Real quick, of course, guys, thank the partner of today's video. Real quick shout out to Prize Picks. Again, number 1 sports application in America. There are my picks today for the games. Real quick shout out over to Prize Picks. But the final thing before we get out of here around Mekhi, again, I'm just hoping everything works out, hoping he's innocent. But I think this is my final point. Things like this are not unforeseen. Okay, that you love to think they're unforeseen, but they're not unforeseen, right? These are college athletes, and a lot of college athletes get in trouble. A lot of college athletes do get arrested. Nebraska had a choice in the portal to take a running back. So if this were to happen with Mekhi, and they should know Mekhi as well as anybody, they should have known maybe this was a possibility with his suspensions last year. This is just another reason why they should have took a running back when they had the opportunity, a high quality running back like Mekhi Frazier who wanted to come here. Because if this were to happen, you'd have a backup option. Now you went all in on a running back room that on paper has no production, and might not be very good, and it gets worse with the possibility of Mekhi Nelson not being around. It just there's just so many mistakes that we've made that it's like, oh, come on. Come on, man. All we gotta do is take a running back in December. We wouldn't this wouldn't be as big of a news as it is, but it's big news, right? Anyways, Mekhi Nelson, we'll see what happened. Innocent until proven guilty, but not the news we want to receive. Once again, final shot of Prize Pick before we get out of here. Again, didn't do the full read here, but Prize Pick's number one sports application in America. Make sure to use my code HMA. Put a $5, get $50 back in lives right now with the World Cup. All right, guys, let me thoughts down below about everything about Mekhi Nelson, about the running back room. What are you thinking? Hey, man, it's part of the video. And do like, but subscribe as always, folks. Go with Greg, go Matthew Rule, and I'll see you in the next one.